Not much, but a few yards for the Warriors.
That was a great hit and tackle by Blake Hodnett for the Wall Hawks. They tried to run a little bit of power. Linebacker slipped inside and made great contact on it, made it here a 3rd and long, which the Hawks can get off the field would be a big play right now.
3rd and 8, ball is on the Hawk 44-yard line.
Cornerstone's in their empty look they have with a little tight slot.
And back to throw. Here's
a little bit of
Coley
pressure.
Going backwards and throws. It's just overthrown.
No, Hawks should feel good about that. We'll see what they do on 4th down here, but a little fade route up the sideline. There was a window, and Coley missed him maybe by a step.
Cliff Williamson, who does a lot of running of the ball, was the intended target. So it brings up 4th down and 8 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And it looks like Wall is forced to punt. If we stay here and he actually gets the ball off, that would be a great win here defensively. Number 12, Ian Hoyt, is the punter for Cornerstone.
W&W AFCO Steel bringing you Wall Hawk football tonight here at Hawk Stadium. High kick.
Great punt.
Real good.
Get in the end zone. There, thank you.
Bounces into the end zone. Going to be a touchback. They tried to knock it out of there.
It did, and that was a good high punt. Good to watch. Like I said, fell into a spot there. They almost pinned it down inside the 1, but luckily it rolled in the end zone, so the Hawks at least get to come back out of here and with some decent field position and no harm, no foul off the turnover, and here we go.
Good stop, good morale booster here in the first half for the Hawks. Wall people are so nice. I locked my reading glasses and my keys in my truck this evening. Somebody let me borrow some glasses.
Oh, they're wonderful. I'm a Wall Hawk alum from 1999.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, so it's nice coming back home here, and so that's just kind of the good old West Texas mentality, which is out the Concho Valley.
Thanks to my mom for bringing the extra set of keys. 1st and 10, Hawks back in business. Handoff up the middle doesn't go very far at all for Garcia.
No, a straight dive right there. Like I said, they just bottled them up right there. But, hey, that helps that Wall. If they can keep pounding the inside, it'll open up something here to the outside later on in the game.
They'll give him a yard, 2nd and 9, under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Again, Hawk football brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel. Darren Prater and Chad Curry here at the stadium tonight. Thanks to everybody who's listening at home or watching at home. This isn't radio.
No, like I said, the Cornerstone's running an old school, almost like a bear front to it, or a 4-4 stack look.
Short pass
just
is incomplete. Morris tried to
try to find Chase Rios out of the backfield. It was a good ball, like I said. Just got one hand on it, needed two. But Cornerstone, again, they're running a little bit old school 4-4 look, maybe a bear look to it, which, so far Wall's kind of taking their choices, a pass here, a run there, and I think they'll keep working on this. They keep getting through the first half, find out what works for them.
Ball is on the 21, 3rd down and 9 for the Wall Hawks. They'll send receivers to both sides. 3 receivers slot on the shorter side of the field.
And do roll
Morrison
it out.
rolling out to throw. Morrison may keep it. He does. Morrison down the sideline, and he is upended near the 25-yard line.
It was a good decision. Nothing was open downfield. He got 5 or 6 yards out of here. You didn't quite get the first down, which is what you want coming out of a switch. But like I said, move the ball a little bit, get a punt. Let's play some good defense again and keep the game rolling.
Coach Houston Guy talked about how they didn't panic last week when they trailed at the half and trailed most of the first half. They just took care of business in the second half.
Well, a lot of these old school offenses, again, there's an answer for everything, which is why they're so hard to defend. Even Coach Buchanan mentioned that. They just don't see this often. If they can get to a half, realize what they're lining up in, what they're doing, what new they threw at them, usually they can roll or get better the stronger the second half coming into it.
High snap. He brings it under control. And, somebody hit the kicker. No flag. It takes a wall bounce to the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Well, that was a great play by Reese Horton. That was a fast, high snap. He caught it, got it off. We're looking at a 10-20. About a 40, 50.
Play.
It's a great punt there. I can't add that fast rolling down into it, but that was a heck of a punt and a great play. And a good way to flip the field right there.
Next week, the Hawks will be at home against Mason. Tonight, TLCA is at Great Creek. Jim Ned is at Eastland. Breckenridge at Cisco. Clyde versus Riesel. Early is at Comanche. The rest of the teams in the district, as we are still pre-district this season.
Well, I finally used my math. That was a 51-yard punt. A great way to flip the field right here.
Cully is back in charge. He hands off left side and a good run across the 30 And it's a Texas Bank first down.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob Richardson made the tackle. All that was zone left. There wasn't enough an edge defender, and it's able to kind of get a stop and turn it back in. The offensive line as well just got a great push up front, and that's what you want as an offensive coach.
The Shenanigans instant replay. That's Dylan Cervantes wearing number 31 tonight with the run. Cully takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Throws in the backfield and gets it to a receiver, but there's not a whole lot there. The Wallhawks close in on Ivan Hoyt.
Yeah, and Tevin Espinoza there helped with that tackle on it. Now, that was a different version of a triple option. They ran the zone, pulled it out. The third option, though, was the receiver on the sideline. For the Wallhawks, get the ball out of Colley's hands. They'll take that. Don't want to miss the tackle. That's part of being a high school kid sometime, but they got a 5-yard gain from it.
Cliff Williamson will stand to the left of Coley out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Fakes it inside. Now he's going to run it. Coley coming toward the sideline, and he'll be run out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
Again, run out of bounds by number 22 right there, Justice Watkins. The counter was there. I was kind of surprised Coley kept it off of that, but like I said, he did, and they bottled him up. It's 3rd and 1 here, a big play for the Wallhawks.
The Hawks stopped him on the last big third down. They trail 7-0. We have 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Just getting settled in here at Hawk Field. Handoff Cervantes. Boy, can he run across midfield, and he is into Hawk territory at the 46-yard line. His second carry of the game. He gets enough for a Texas Bank first down.
Jake tackled him on the tackle there, and that was what we call a little long trap. Right now, the offensive line for Cornerstone is starting to wear down on the Wallhawks, and that's not good. We're still early in the game, but they're getting great push up front, pushing the Hawks back.
2 receivers near side, 3 on the far side, no backs. Man in motion. Fakes the jet sweep out of a tackle, and here goes Coley across the Wallhawk 40 to the 35 and down at the 30-yard line.
Well, that was a great hustle play by Tate Williams. He's the nose tackle, ends up running the play down 10 or 11 yards down the field. Again, decent penetration up front, but Coley got a one-on-one situation. He's a good athlete. He's a Division I commit for a reason. Ended up making a play and getting down the field.
So it's a 1st and 10 on the Wallhawk 30-yard line.
Wall needs to step right up right here. Get a little momentum stop. Cornerstone was in this 3-back backfield out of the gun. Running the sweep again. What they scored on earlier.
35 to the 20, inside the 15-yard line.
That was a play that scored that touchdown earlier, getting the extra defender out on the sideline for it.
Mizell Miller.
Yeah, number 33, Andrew Russell on the tackle.
See, Miller was also a starter as a sophomore for Converse Judson. They have several guys that can run the ball pretty darn well.
Well, you got some kids coming from Converse Judson. That definitely helps out the package when you get it.
Absolutely. Pistol look. Would you call that a pistol formation?
Yes, we call it pistol. I call it a little right trade motion coming across the field right now. They're just trying to see their matchups. They want to know where everybody is.
Ivan Hoyt, the motion man, and now whistles blow.
Looks like we got a false start. We can get this right here and push them back 5 yards. That's a good negative play to help out Wall. There's 2 minutes to the quarter. If we may be able to get to that before either they score, hopefully not, or get a stop, that can add that extra rest for it if we need it.
First possession of the game led to a touchdown for Cornerstone Christian. They lead 7-0. Man in motion, and here's Coley. Takes the snap.
Little quarterback counter on the inside.
Counter on the inside, and
fumble.
Ball is on the ground.
Got it.
There's a fight
That's
for the ball.
Turnover. Come on.
And the green machine has it. Wall football.
That's what you want. A fantastic play right there. Came in there, put the helmet where it needed to be. Ball's on the ground. Somebody jumps on it. That's what playmakers do. Great job. Great turnover. Hopefully great momentum change right here as we were approaching the second quarter pretty close.
So the Wallhawks will take over at the 10-yard line. Angelo Aro Express starting lineup. Going to do the defense here for Cornerstone Christian.
And said, I apologize to the parents. Somebody got that ball, but in the pile I couldn't see who it was. But I'm sure there's a proud mama somewhere.
I didn't see either. And you really want to give them credit when they do that.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you can't see them coming out of that pile. There's a short gain on the play. The defense for free safety, Alan Caracheo, played for Judson. Artis Coleman, also Esteban Guillory, Matt Baker, A.J. Abramson, the linebackers tonight. Along with the tackles, Mikhail Davis and Albert Perez. Also Charles Moore and Caleb Landry will see some time at tackle, with Evan Tyler and Brandon Gentry on your Angelo Aro Express starting lineup on defense for the Cornerstone Warriors. Well, that was 2nd and 6.
That was a good tough run by Drew Morrison in there. They just ran a little quarterback lead, had that wingback follow up inside, get the extra blocker in there, and he got good tough 4 yards.
Last possession resulted in an interception. Morrison keeps it around the left side of the line, out past the 20-yard line.
They ran the veer again to the left side, same as earlier. That end dove down inside, and Wall's been able to take advantage of that twice, and so we'll see if that continues up for the Hawks.
You know, Coach Guy said they had opportunities to score in the first half last week and just barely missed them.
Well, like I said, as they keep learning and figuring out, seeing what they're lining up in, I'm not seeing much changes up front for Cornerstone here, and if they stick with that, Wall will have a chance to take advantage of it here in the second quarter and the second half.
Texas Bank first down as the clock is to 20 seconds on the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Cornerstone. Wall with the Texas Bank first down and the ball. Morrison wants to keep it. Morrison, left side of the line, out near the 25-yard line.
That was a good, tough run. You know, they didn't even look really for the pitch key. They loaded up the edge on it. Morrison just 2 hands on the ball, got what he could, and got 4 yards. And, hey, 4 yards in a cloud of dust, that's what you'll take any day of the week from this offense.
7-0. Cornerstone leads Wall. Wall will have it 2nd and 6 on their own 25 when we return. The first quarter is over. We'll be back with the second after this on Concho Sports Network.
VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
It's W&W AFCO Steel bringing you Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network. Darren Prater, Chad Curry here as the Hawks have it 2nd and 6 on their own 25. They trail 7-0 to Cornerstone. We are starting the second quarter. Morrison hands off the right side of the line. That's going to be Garcia.
Yeah, they ran that same veer play earlier. They handed the ball to Dominique this time, but with a down Cornerstone guy, either he was cutting or getting on the ground. Dominique got his feet caught up, so it's 3rd and 5. Big play for the Hawks. Should like to get a first down, another one, just to keep the clock and momentum moving. I'd be pretty proud of right now if I was the Hawks, just being a 7-0 right now versus a very tough opponent.
They trailed at the half to Cisco 14-8 last week, and then shut Cisco down in the second half. Morrison going to keep it himself. He's hit near the line, and there's not a lot there for Morrison. Warriors all over him on the play.
It was the first misdirection play they've called. They came back inside. The problem is the end stayed home instead of chasing inside, and was able to fall back in and make the tackle for it.
Albert Perez, the tackle, made first contact for Cornerstone Christian, and it is 4th and 7 now on the 26. And the punting unit comes out for Wall. They had a high snap on the last one, but a heads-up play kept it from becoming a disaster.
Like I said, and Cornerstone's got an athlete back there. That Alan Caracho had an interception earlier. Like I said, we know he's got an offer from Liberty, came from Judson. You want the ball in a good kick, but you don't want him to have a chance to return it too well. That's a good job. Let it run. You got bodies around it. Good bounce. Go get him.
Going to take a Hawk bounce, and, oh, that was risky. Somebody picks it up. He's trying to go all the way to the other end of the field if he could. Now he cuts it up the middle and is brought down. Still got a few yards. He shouldn't have had anything, though.
No, a couple missed tackles there. But, again, I'm going to brag on Tate Williams. 79, big boy hustling down the field. We saw it earlier. He made a big play, and I see why he has that offer and commitment to Baylor University. Cornerstone's got great field position here. as we start their drive coming up. I don't know if there's a penalty. Oh, the injury. 13th for the Wall Hawks. David Espinoza.
That's Espinoza coming off the field. He's walking very gingerly. He may have hurt his ankle.
Hopefully it's not too bad, something they can wrap on the sideline. Shannon medical staff does a fantastic job. He's replaced by Jacob Richardson, a junior, in his spot out there.
So the Cornerstone offense comes back out onto the field. It's the 44-yard line is where they are. Good field position to start this drive. There's a hole. And a run across midfield close to a Texas Bank first down is the ball carrier, Mizell Miller.
Yeah, number 12, Joe Morrison on the tackle. They ran counter inside. Now, Coach Slaughter, the defense, is trying to spill underneath. It means they're trying to get underneath those pulling linemen. Didn't get far enough. Running back found a hole, got himself a good 9 yards.
Pistol-type look. They have a wingback on the left, 3 receivers in the flight pattern. Coley going to hand it right up the middle. No, he's not. He's going to keep it. He's in trouble. Trying to reverse directions. Green jersey's coming at him. He may make something out of nothing here. He will have a first down. He's out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, great run. Had him in position. Again, he's a great athlete. He ended up breaking out. Luckily, it wasn't worse than what it was. Be able to get down and get a first down, even though Wall had him in a great position for a loss.
The Shenanigans instant replay here. They had every chance to get him, but he's slippery.
He is, but again, so far they've kept him contained for the most part. I know we've had the turnover and 1 touchdown, but hopefully get a stop or turnover again coming for it.
For those that don't know, this is not just a little small Christian school that kind of plays at football. They play football well. A very good team out here.
That was Mizell Miller again with a tough run. Oh, they fumbled again.
That's a fumble. We'll see what the refs say.
Wall says they have it. The officials say they don't. They said they called him down. It was a long, tough run. I was kind of wondering if I'd hear a whistle or not. But great run by Miller there and a good stop.
It looks like they will retain the ball.
Yes, they did. Here on the Shenanigans instant replay, number 14 for the Hawks, Bryson Ballard came up with the ball, but you couldn't see from the camera angle if he was down beforehand. Officials are still discussing on the field where the mark is. And there's a flag also. Didn't see that behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
A good negative play here could help the Wall Hawks. Personal foul against the offense. Don't know what it was, but that's a huge one. That's going to put Cornerstone back into the 15 yards and make it pretty upset Coach Buchanan. That's the break Wall needs right there. Let's get a stop now for the Hawks.
So it's going to be 1st and 25 from their own 44-yard line, backed up significantly.
That'll bring up 1st and 25 for the Warriors.
Like I said, it's backed them up, chance to get a stop, get off the field. But the Warriors here, like I said, with some good talent on offense, get the ball a player in space, see what happens. They ran that zone
Coley's
again.
Going to hand off to Mizell Miller again.
He's an impressive young man. Got about 13 yards on that play right there. Tackled by number 3, Jacob Richardson, who came out early to replace Tevin Espinoza for it. But great run, just didn't quite have the edge fit there fast enough and got a 12-yard play off of it. It's about 2nd and 13. Again, it's a lot of room they have to go here, but if Wall can get themselves a stop or a small gain, that'd be a huge play on the defensive side.
They stay in the shotgun. That's what they do. And now whistles blow.
Another penalty.
Oh, another penalty. I think that's the 3rd penalty of the game. You want something to eat while watching the game? San Angelo To Go Restaurant Delivery will deliver all your local favorites. Order at sanangelotogo.com or download the app from the iTunes or Google Play Store. San Angelo To Go, the local way to go.
Well, they called a false start, but the Warriors are still getting to the line, so I don't quite know where that came from. Maybe a lineman put his hand down, brought it back up. But 2nd and 16 now again. Negative play can help the Hawks here.
Ball is at the 49-yard line.
We're going to watch
Coley's going to throw, and he's got a heck of an arm.
He's got a wheel route down the sideline. Oh, great play.
Incomplete.
Great play by number 22, Justice Watkins, who was picked on earlier. Came back, recovery speed, put his hands where it needed to be, and the ball was down. Shenanigans instant replay shows it. Great pocket by the Warriors. Here's 22 again. Hands up, knock the ball out. That's the way it's coached. The coach Slaughter, defensive staff, should be fired up for that play right there.
So the defense makes a play. It's 3rd and 18 from the 49. Big 3rd down here. We have a little over 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter with the Hawks trailing 7-0.
Biggest thing for the Hawks here is keep that quarterback in front of them. They backed up the secondary to make sure they replace it.
Coley is back to
wide
throw.
receiver
He's gonna throw in the
screen
flat and
to Gardner.
Out of a tackle is Gardner. Gardner has the 40. He has the 35, and they'll mark him down close to the first down, about 2 yards short.
Oh, another flag.
Uh-oh.
I think Cornerstone did something again. Their coach is pretty upset.
Coach Bachman out on the field.
Don't know quite what it was. Now, if it's declined or taken away wherever, it's going to be 4th and 3. And a great play by Gardner with all the defensive backs backed up. That inside screen had a great run. Now, this penalty, though, could be costly for Cornerstone.
This will be their second penalty. There's a personal foul already on this drive.
The way Coach Buchanan's actions were, I think he believes it was a good block downfield. I think the official maybe thought he went a little too far. Coach Buchanan is not happy about it, but either we're going to have a 4th and 3 or we're going to back it up for 3rd and long again. Wall's making a few changes defensively, putting in some fresh legs. A good time to kind of catch their breath for it. Again, a 7-0 ball game. Some mistakes and turnovers from both teams has kept it close. But that probably helped Wall here in the last stretch here from hopefully slowing down that Warrior offense.
So, yeah, 3rd down and 18. And the Warriors are huddled up on the sideline, the far sideline around Coach Bachman, it looks like.
Probably talking about composure, making sure they stay right, no more penalties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're the visitor. They're coming out here to West Texas, and that's just when you're a visitor, these things kind of happen. So if they're looking here to make sure they don't make a mistake, I'm curious if Wall will play off like they did again, and the screen could happen like it did for a little bit earlier. Or they might change it up a little bit.
So Coley and company back out on the field. He'll have a running back to his right out of the shotgun. And now whistles blow, we're going to have a timeout.
So coming out of that stop, they didn't quite know how to line up. Looks like Coach Buchanan called a timeout. He's still getting on that official. We'll see how long this lasts or how much that official will take from it.
All right. It's a Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
Timeout called by the Warriors.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. To offer, and we think you will agree, while other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Back at Hawk Field, it's going to be a 4th down and 18 for the Cornerstone Warriors. They lead your Wall Hawks 7-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first half.
That might have been why Coach Buchanan was upset, because it was 3rd down before that timeout. Now it's 4, so something changed on it. Oh, good punt.
It's going to take a big-time Warrior bounce. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but it didn't. Around the 5-yard line, so they're going to be backed up significantly as the offense comes back out on the field.
Now, that was another good punt by Ivan Hoyt. The first one, they couldn't pin it inside the 10. The ball rolled in the end zone. This time it's going to be at the 5. So Wall's going to have a long field here to work with. The biggest thing they can do is if they can keep some momentum going, keeping first downs, get themselves out of this hole, a little bit would be a great way to kind of start this series.
And if you're the opposing team for Wall, you want one thing you really want to do on your wish list is to make them play from behind and maybe hurry a little bit more than they're comfortable with.
No, absolutely. When that ball is moving from quarterback, fullback, pitch guy, whatever it might be, it's a lot of ways that ball can get out of someone's hands. And so if they get a little impatient, that could hurt Wall. Biggest thing to hear right now is hold on to it, just getting positive yards.
Morrison's going to keep it. Morrison lowers his shoulder and takes a big hit at the 10-yard line, but he's going to get a good amount of yards there. Not enough for the first down, though.
That was a good hit by Alan Caracho, and I hope I'm saying the right. So if your mama's listening to me, I apologize for it. But just a little pretty much quarterback sweep right. They blocked the edge. He turned it in there, got himself a good 5 yards. That's a great first play getting out of the break there.
They'll need 4 for a Texas Bank first down. Clock is at 7:20. They're on the 12-yard line. 2
plays in a row. Wall is making it tight here in the box, trying to give themselves an edge to get to the outside.
From the flex bone.
There's the pitch finally. Here we go.
There we go, yes. 20, 30, and a Texas Bank first down as he goes out on the sideline. And a good job. That's Kai Herbert, I believe.
Oh, that was a great run. Finally got the pitch. The blocking on the edge, too, was fantastic. Now the fans want a horse collar, but he grabbed the jersey, not the shoulder pads part of it. Just pulled the jersey on, and that's what they're not going to get on that.
Kai Herbert, the runner, that gives them a Texas Bank first down on their own 35.
Going back to pitch the outside.
There's
They missed the outside
Rios,
guy.
and he's going to go down for a loss at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, like I said, they missed the outside block. If that would have had it, it might have sprung a big play. But, again, just be patient, discipline. Had a big play, setting up second and long. But I like the Hawks now starting to attack the edges.
Last week, the edges was what Cisco was really, really clamping down on, so they started going up the middle with Garcia and made Cisco think about that as well and got him a little off balance.
With the Warriors loading the box the way they are, you can see the outside linebackers backing off a little bit now, I guess trying to help with that edge, but they were packing it in there, so that was the next option for the Hawks.
Double wings, split end on the far side. Herbert goes in motion, and here's the handoff. Somebody lost their helmet for the Hawks, I think.
That was a great tackle by number 33, A.J. Aberson. They blew up the guard right there, had a negative play, trying to hand it off to Dominic Garcia, but nowhere to run for it, and that linebacker came in the field. As Coach said, he's one of the players to watch.
5:50 and counting. It's 3rd down and 15 for Wall, trailing 7-0.
And I said, if Wall can get here, even get a punt, if they can get to halftime down 7-0, I think that's a great way to kind of start the game off. They get the regroup going in the second half. So big play here into maybe a 4th down punt, maybe something breaks on it, and then playing defense here, getting into half.
Hawks go double tight ends, double wings. Morrison bows under center. Herbert in motion.
Oh, throwing
He's
across the
throw
field.
It. Looking,
he found
going
him.
Deep down the field. He's got a man. To the 45, close to the 50-yard line.
Oh,
and it's
I love
a Texas Bank first down for the Hawks as Jacob Richardson gets the ball.
So that's the first time they've shown that look, double tight, faked out the toss. Number 3 came across the field, right to left. Drew Morrison threw a great pass, and that is a great catch. When you're running full speed, catching it on your fingertips, making the play, that's what playmakers do. Fantastic.
Caracho wrangled him out of bounds on the play. 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line, their own 49. There's a pitch to the right side. It's going to Kai Herbert. Herbert makes a move, and he's hit near the line of scrimmage. He won't get anything. I think they just give him maybe a yard.
Yeah, Esteban Guleri, I hope I say that correctly or not, came down, made a great play. They worked the pitch again. He came in and filled that extra gap. We didn't quite have the angle or edge, but good job by Kai Herbert just getting back to the line of scrimmage with guys bearing down on him.
Under 5 minutes to go in the half. 7-0 Cornerstone leads. A very tough Cornerstone team tonight against the top 5 Wall Hawks.
Yeah, the Hawks are just overloaded the field to the right. Looks like they brought over the extra lineman here. That left, I can't tell if that's the – yeah, just brought over the extra lineman and receiver on this side. Now I'll call a timeout, but doing something a little different we hadn't seen yet.
That's going to be Wall using their first timeout of the evening.
Timeout called by Wall.
That's a Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout. Both teams now left with 2. 4:18 to go in the first half. Wall trails 7-0, and we're back after this on Concho Sports Network.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Jacob. We are back. The Wall Hawks trail the Cornerstone Christian Warriors by a score of 7-0. Thanks for joining us for Wall Hawk Football, brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel. Darren Prater and Chad Curry. Hawks have it 2nd and 9, trying to get points on the board before halftime. Dominic Garcia gets the call that time, and he is into Cornerstone territory. He gets about 2 yards on the play.
Well, I said Wall came with that tackle over again. So what that means is it's just left guard and tight end on the left. So they're trying to make them overshift, decided to go back that way, play their numbers out. They're going to look at that from the press box down, something they'll work on now and probably into the second half, see if it was an advantage to them or not.
They converted the last 3rd down with a nice little pass to Jacob Richardson, who made a good run afterwards. It's 3rd down and 6 now from the Cornerstone 48-yard line.
in that tight set again. They've come out with a pass out of it and also attack the edges. We'll see what they do here.
Double tights, double wings. Play clock is at 1 second. And did they get a timeout called?
It looks like they got a timeout called, thankfully.
All right, it's a Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout for Wall. That leaves them with 1. They trail 7-0. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
We are back at Hawk Field. The Hawks just used their second Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout. It's 3rd down and 6 with 3.5 to go in the first half. Hawks trail 7-0 to a very stout Cornerstone Christian Warriors team out of San Antonio.
Well, they can't take those times out with them. It's a big 3rd down play here. Coach probably got something drawn up. Play for success.
The tight formation again. Pitch goes to the left side. That's Garcia.
Fantastic. Got all the blocking on the edge. Great thing about drawing them in on that tight formation. They come in with you. They block it out. Alan Caracho again on the tackle. He's making his name known tonight, but when you get a 12-yard, 8-yard gain coming out, you get a first down. That's a victory for the Hawks right there.
Apologies, that was Chase Rios on the carry. He had 79 yards rushing last week against Cisco. And like Coach Guy was talking about, they had several opportunities to score before the half. They ran out of time right at the end of the half last week.
They're on a great drive right now. Hopefully they can keep it rolling.
Dominic Garcia gets the tackle or the handoff, and he is going to the right side across the 40. He'll get to the 37-yard line.
And that's one of those, again, Tate Williams, we call it old G-block. He pulled and just devoured the defensive end, gave it a little lane for that good running back right there, Dominic Garcia, to make a good play off of it.
The Warriors are not a part of a conference, Coach. They are independent right now. They were in TAPS.
You know, independent now because of the situation we have right now with just the pandemic going on. When decided to go their own schedule, own routes, kind of freed them up to play who they want to, and that's why they're here tonight in Wall America.
2nd and 6. Have a couple of receivers bunched up on the far side. One goes in motion, and he will get the ball. He is in trouble and spun to the ground. Looked like a little late on the hit there.
Well, it's like 42. Dawad Reyes got off the block, thought he had a negative play, but the official said the back wasn't down. He ended up getting himself back to the line of scrimmage or pretty close to it.
Bryson Ballard, the ball carrier, he kind of tripped up there in the backfield, got his footing, and there was a man on top of him. It's 3rd down and 7, so another big 3rd down for the Hawks. They've converted the last 2.
That's impressive. Wearing them out a little bit. It's what we needed to see. Get them a little bit winded here as we keep approaching the first half.
I'm seeing some hands on hips for the Warriors. They're getting a little tired.
Well, that was a
there
great
goes
read
Dominic
and run.
Garcia. Look at him run. Freight train across the 35-yard line.
Great push up front. I see a little Luke Lipsy on that action right there, getting a great push along with the rest of the offensive line. Good cut by Garcia. Made a move inside and a defender miss. It's going to be close here, 4th and 2.
Very close. 4th down. Of course, Coach Guy will choose to go for it here.
I like it. Like I said, it's not district right now, not state, and if it is, you might as well gamble a little bit. Maybe get something more positive momentum here.
Garcia will be the lone setback. They'll send Herbert in motion. And it looks like a Texas Bank first down for Drew Morrison on the keeper. He got it. Texas Bank first down for the Hawks, and the Hawks are still breathing. The drive is still alive with 1:35 to go in the half.
Drew Morrison spins out of there. It's more like a quarterback sweep action in there. 2 hands on the ball, gets tough up the middle, gets the first down for the Hawks.
1st and 10, ball is on the 29-yard line. Clock ticking at 1:20. They have 1 timeout left, trailing 7-0. Man in motion. Morrison wants to throw it. Drewby going to put it up, going deep, and it's intercepted.
Alan Caracho, again, his second interception, made a good play. I mean, it was a good ball down the sideline. The athlete made a play, but they pinned him deep here. Don't hold their heads. Had a great drive, 1:10 left. Just keep them out of the end zone, stuff to build on going into halftime. They don't want to have that. We know that, and that turnover goal right now, but it's a good momentum change and a good drive to start working on some things for the second half as well.
1 turnover last week for the Hawks on a fumble. They have 2 tonight, 2 interceptions.
Wall playing off the ball here, trying to keep everything in front. I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors just hand the ball off here, trying to keep things in front of themselves. No big plays. Now, Wall doesn't want them to bust it right here.
Short gain. Gets them out of the shadow of their own goal line, though, close to the 10-yard line.
It's a good run there, I believe, by the Miller kid again. I'm trying to see the defender on the ball. Number 24 for the Wall Hawks, Kai Herbert, making a good tackle in the open field.
And the snap to Lucas Coley.
Repeat,
Hands off
redo.
right side.
Same play they ran earlier. They got the first down. They're going to see if they can break something. They might be trying to get to halftime. We'll see if they get another first down, if they decide maybe to take a timeout and do something different.
Tackled by number 44, Blake Hodman.
Staying in their no huddle.
39 seconds and counting in the half. Throwing right is Coley. He's got a man, and he's immediately upended on the play.
I believe that was Kai Herbert again. Yes, that is on the tackle. You know, they're hustling to the line for the Warriors, but they're not attacking downfield. They're just taking what they get 5 yards at a time, and Wall will take that. We're just going to keep working this clock down.
Felton Payton on the reception, and now we have a timeout, and we'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back with more on the Concho Sports Network.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Back at Hawk Field, we have 30 seconds to go, 29 official seconds. The Wall Hawks trail the Cornerstone Christian Warriors 7-0.
Now, earlier they threw a screen in one of these situations. We'll see if they try to stretch the field out here.
On second down, throws.
He's tackled in bounds. Couldn't get out of bounds for the clock to stop. Have to burn another timeout here for the Warriors.
Kai McCarty, and looks like they're going to call their last timeout. That's a Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout.
Well, I apologize. It's not a timeout. They were taking their time. I thought they were, but now they're hustling back to the line, so here we go.
Somebody's towel is on the field. Coley rolling right, throwing out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
8 seconds left. Maybe they're setting themselves up for a Hail Mary. I know the kid's a Division I athlete, but that's a 60-yard pass if he can get it to the end zone here.
Kai McCarty on the reception. 8 seconds. We have 8 seconds to go. One timeout apiece for both teams.
And they keep working the far sideline from us. So we're the 24, whether it's Kai Herbert or number 22, Justice Watkins. I can't quite who made the tackle in the last 2 plays. But still trying to keep everything in front of them. Wall's backed off in prevent.
That's as far back as I've seen him in prevent.
What they don't want to do is get this kid just running free.
And that's what he's doing. He's going to put it up. Nope, going to throw short, and it's short of the intended receiver.
Great play by the defense for the Hawks.
Tried to hit Cliff Williamson too short, and that's the end of the half. The score after 1 half of play. The Cornerstone Christian Warriors 7, the Wall Hawks nothing. Cornerstone leads at 7-0, and we'll be back with the Mathis Law Firm halftime show when we return after this on the Concho Sports Network.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Schertz Landscape Company is as well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Schertz Landscape has a large year-round retail plant nursery and is your local source for landscaping design and installation, lawn care and maintenance, and sprinkler installation. We offer free consultation and can work with any size job and budget. From the weekend do-it-yourself project to a full-scale installation, we look forward to working with you. Schertz Landscape Company, located at the corner of Knickerbocker and Johnson.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Bestex Supply or Bestex.com.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. See what we have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall Home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way.
Cornerstone Christian Warriors 7-0. Darren Prater and Chad Curry back here with you, and thanks to everybody that is listening to us tonight. This is the Mathis Law Firm halftime show. Welcome aboard. We've only had one score, and it was on the first possession of the game. The Wall Hawks will get the ball in the second half. They'll get it first as they deferred. Cornerstone Christian just marched right down there and scored on a short run from Mizell Miller, I believe. Yeah, Mizell Miller, the running back. Extra point good, and that's all the scoring. So it's been a back and forth defensive battle, both teams making stops. But let's first of all talk about the keys to the game. What has Wall done so far, good and bad, and what do they need to do, Coach? If you're coaching right now, what do you say?
If I'm back on that field right now, I would, number one, be ecstatic that the fact it's a 7-0 ball game, even though we've had mistakes and we've had penalties, and it's a good, tough opponent that you're playing. But talking to Coach Guy before the games, the main things he wanted to focus on was a ball control offense, and we know that run of the triple option. And they've been able to take care of the ball for the most part, not putting it on the ground, but a penalty here and there, missing a block here and there has kind of put them in a negative position. But so far, so good. That last drive was a great way to kind of keep up with that key that he wanted. Second part to it, he wanted to make sure he contained the offensive weapons for the Warriors. They've had some plays. They've had some big plays, but they haven't had anything that's just been blowing down the field that you're just shaking your head as a defensive coach going, I don't have an answer for that. So they've been able to control that. So a good spot for Wall right now. Keep controlling those offensive weapons they have. They come back out the second half and make sure they're taking care of the ball and moving like they did that last drive. They're going to be in a pretty good spot here the second half.
Some of the players for the Wall Hawks, are you seeing? What are you seeing from some of the players? I know Drew Morrison going both ways is he's always good. A little bit shaky on the passes tonight, 2 interceptions, but don't know that was his fault. It's they have some good athletes that play for Cornerstone, and the same guy got the 2 interceptions. No,
he's had a really great game. Of course, those 2 interceptions. The first one, it came out a little bit wobbly. The safety there, Alan Caracho was able to step in to make the play. The second interception down the sideline, good ball, but again, a great athlete. He's got some Division I offers coming to him, made a play on that. But he's done a phenomenal job of taking care of the ball, especially on the ground, and being tough and getting some first downs to help continue to extend the drive. Some other players, especially on the offensive side, I know you made the comment quite a few times. Donnie Garcia running some tough runs on the inside along with Kai Herbert, making some good plays on there. Defensively for the Wall Hawks, extremely impressive with Justice Chris Watkins, he's had 2 big breakups on the sideline, kind of control that passing game into it. Kai Herbert has had some big tackles on the defensive side of the ball, along with running it too. And I'll go back to the offensive line because I hate passing up on the offensive line when they have a great job. Tate Williams has had some big blocks and big hits, along with the Balcom brothers and Luke Lipsy up front, done a good job of kind of moving that ball with them.
Yeah, Coach Guy talked about last week, Cisco was really keying on the edges. And once they got comfortable doing that and were making some big plays, they started going up the middle. So which do you think would be a better second-half strategy, the middle or try to attack the edge more?
With the way the Warriors are playing their defensive game plan, they haven't changed from it. It's pretty much a 4-4 stack, possibly old bear front, maybe a little bit here and there. I've been out of football too long to make sure I'm right on that. But it's allowed the edges to open up. And so if they stay in that offensive strategy, I would not be surprised to see Wall continuing the outside pitches. But as they get that momentum flowing, going to the outside, coming back in with some type of counter or reverse or something there to hopefully get a big play when they need it. So I would assume in sticking with the outside. But if they start winding back out, Houston guy, those guys will make their calls, adjust, get back into the middle, and start pounding on the inside.
Yeah, that was what they did for the adjustment last week. When you talk about a bear front, what to the ladies and gentlemen at home, what do you mean by that?
So I'm sure I might call it differently, and there's probably some old school coach telling me right now what I say is going to be wrong. But the way I would call it, for a few sets there, getting on a defensive player head up on the center or just off the A gap, having 2-3 techniques, which would be 2 guys on the guards as well, then walking those linebackers down on the edge. So you're really trying to load that front up. So what that does, you pretty much put a body on a body for the defensive players, putting somebody on the offensive line to where those offensive linemen can't get off and get to a second level to a linebacker. That allows your linebackers and secondaries to run free, so it kind of clogs it on up. They stayed mostly, though, in that I call it the 4-4 stack in there, really just because of the way they played the safety. But for the most part, they played both their tackles on top of their guards and their ends. I couldn't tell if they were shaded or just on top of the tackle, but same mentality, trying to keep those guys off the linebackers. Talking to Coach Buchanan's players to watch, both the linebackers, Matt Baker and A.J. Aberson, are big players for them. And so they can keep bodies off of them so they can run free. That's what they're trying to do on that.
Okay. And we talked last week about how Wall defensively gives the other team fits with different defensive fronts. Like you were talking to heads up on the center, but they'll also shift and create some holes that kind of fool you into thinking you can get more than you will.
So Coach Slaughter, of course, he's been a head coach. He's been coaching for a long time. They've shown some 3-3 stack looks, some 3-4 looks. What that means is it's moving the linebackers either from being a 4 linebacker set maybe to a 3 linebacker set. Some of that could be of the formations that the Warriors are doing, which allows them to move out of that. But Wall's being creative up front, kind of moving some guys in and out, maybe sending some pressure from one side or the other. But more importantly, allowing themselves to be in a position to stop Cauley when he pulls the ball. And for the most part, they have. You know, he's an athlete, but they're trying to get him to hand the ball off, which is why we've seen the Mytel Miller, if I say his name correctly again. Right. Mizell Miller, he's seen the ball hand off a few more times. Haven't seen Cauley run as much. But with the Walls changes in the front and also the secondary, it's slowing down the Warriors' offense, I think. That's another part I'd add to that. They've shown some man looks. They've shown some cover 3 and some quarters, some various things to make the offensive coordinator for the Warriors keep guessing. And that's a hard part to do when you don't quite know what the defense is going to line up in and you're going to have to call it from the sideline.
That's one way that Wall gets other teams off balance. And 7-0 really isn't that big of a deal for the Hawks. But you definitely don't want to get down by 14, 21 points. So when they get the ball in the second half, it's time to do what they did last week and just take over.
No, absolutely. You know, and Wall played defense off the start, so they're going to get the ball here. If they can get a good drive, and again, we'd all love a touchdown and a score. It's a great way to start the second half. But if they can move the ball down the field, be able to see the adjustments they made during halftime work, build some success off of that, then the offense is going to be clicking through the second half in a positive way. And even on the flip side for that, if they move the ball down, same thing defensively, any adjustments they make that they can keep the Warriors slowed down, they'll feel good about going the second half, 7-0 ball game to a 5A school when you're a 3A.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a good battle, but we're all here to win. That's why we do all the work that they do as coaches with the kids through offseasons, everything else. They're here to win. So I know they don't want to take a participation trophy tonight. They want a W and feel good and get out of here going to their next week's opponent.
And this is a team, Cornerstone Christian, that came out the first week, and at the time, Cal Allen was ranked 4th in the state. And they beat them. They did trip up against Trinity Christian, a good team, last week. But this team has played some very good opponents over the years, and You know, when I first heard Cornerstone, I thought, well, they're going to, it's going to be easy. And then I started thinking, wait a minute. There's some really good private schools out there like Fort Worth All Saints and Bishop Gorman and all those, and this is a really good private school.
No, they are, and you mentioned it. They've had some transfers in from Converse Judson, maybe some other schools around there as well. With San Antonio ISD not starting their district football till October, some of these kids decided to go play earlier, and they went to a school that's on their own kind of renegade schedule, and they're playing on Friday nights, and so that's a lot of talent in what they're doing. And as you said earlier, when I looked at the schedule and I saw Cal Allen, anybody wants to sit versus Cal Allen, that's respectful right there. And so and they got a win off of it. And so they played some tough opponents. That Trinity Christian up there in Cedar Hill, for those who don't know Trinity Christian, they haven't started too long ago, but a lot of those kids coming from Duncanville and Red Oak and Cedar Hill, they're going to that school for a different choice or opportunity, and they got some good talent athletes over there, and they're winning some ball games.
Well, you have Cedar Hill High School, a really good football team.
Yes.
Some of these kids may not get as much playing time there, could come here and become a star.
No, absolutely. Coach Joey McGuire is now on the Baylor staff over there. Was at Cedar Hill for a long time, won some state titles, really built that Cedar Hill program up. But, again, when you got a lot of talent and a lot of kids, another opportunity with the school that kids might go to, they probably went to Trinity Christian, and they've done a good job. And so coming back to the Warriors, they're a tough team, tough opponents. They got good skilled kids and good athletes. And right now the Wallhawks they're playing good football. They know they can play better, but they're playing good football.
You bet. If you're the Warriors, do you want to open it up a little bit? Start going to the air more?
I do. I think they want to make sure they get that ball in their hands of Gardner, number 15 for them. He's been a heck of an athlete through all the season for them so far. Jalen Gardner, if they can get the ball to him in space, they got him on a screen earlier, got him running around a little bit, and it was a good job for it. They're probably going to tell Collie a little bit, if you get out of the pocket, son, just take off and run. And so I wouldn't be surprised because he's had some moments to where I felt that versus an athletic quarterback. When that athlete gets on the edge, you almost take a sigh of relief when he throws the ball instead of taking off and running.
You bet. He's 6'1", 203 pounds unofficially.
And you said, what, 32 offers?
33 offers.
Oh, my goodness.
33.
I know he's committed to Arkansas. I know there's a new coach there, and they're getting that program going. And so congrats to him on that. I know we said the Tate Williams for the Wallhawks is committed to Baylor. There's a lot of the kids on both sides of the ball. It might not be the big-name university, but I know they're all getting looks, which is a fantastic opportunity for those kids and those parents and the community that they're in.
I was looking at this. He committed to Arkansas. That's where he's going to play. Had over 200 yards rushing against Cal Allen. Houston offered scholarship. Also Virginia Tech, just a few of the.
No, that's impressive. Those are both good programs. Knowing sign of what Houston and even Virginia Tech runs and Arkansas, they're looking for that athletic quarterback. Probably the most impressive thing that I thought of Collie when I watched him was actually his ability to throw the ball. Now, he's been off a little bit here and there, but he throws a very good pass, stays poised in the pocket. We saw it earlier on that touchdown drive when they caught the ball on the 10-yard line and broke it down into the 4 for it, where he had some pressure in his face and made a throw. But he's a good athlete. He's got a good arm, and like I said, know he's got feet. And so I would not be surprised second half they try to either run some more design quarterback runs for him, or when they tell him to get out of the pocket, just tuck it and go.
You are listening to the Mathis Law Firm Halftime Show. Thanks for your insight, Coach. I love working with coaches. Got to work with Coach Slaughter last night on a game here on Concho Sports Network, and always learn a little something.
No, Coach Slaughter is a fantastic coach, did it for years. Now he's a family member of mine. I don't know if I mentioned that to you earlier. And so Jim would tell you that every now and then he would get a call when I was applying to different places to be head coaches and DCs and be like, hey, do y'all know Coach Curry or Chad Curry? Yes, I do. He knew that phone call was coming because you got a guy like Jim Slaughter. That's a great referral source for when you're trying to find a job somewhere.
Absolutely.
But very talented guy, knows his stuff, and he did a fantastic job with y'all last night. Y'all did a great job covering Glen Rose at Fort Stockton.
Yeah, it was very nice. I mentioned Glen Rose playing Grandview this next week. Grandview is now number 2 in the state.
They have some impressive athletes. If people haven't seen Grandview, they're the Zebras, and so their helmet's got the zebra stripe. Looks like the Cincinnati Bengals, but black and white. I know they got a player, a defensive end, that's a very talented athlete, and they've had some great talent come through there. So that'll be a tough one for Glen Rose next week.
We'll talk about some games that are going on tonight when we return after this. It's the Mathis Law Firm Halftime Show. We'll be back on Concho Sports Network.
Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall-Home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. See what we have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Schertz Landscape Company is as well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Schertz Landscape has a large year-round retail plant nursery and is your local source for landscaping design and installation, lawn care and maintenance, and sprinkler installation. We offer free consultation and can work with any size job and budget. From the weekend do-it-yourself project to a full-scale installation, we look forward to working with you. Schertz Landscape Company, located at the corner of Knickerbocker and Johnson.
Thank you for joining us. We are back at Hawk Field with the Wall Hawks trail the Cornerstone Christian Warriors. Only 7-0. It's the Mathis Law Firm halftime show. I'm Darren Prater. Coach Chad Curry is along with us, and we're going to talk about some games here in the area and, kind of in our orbit, I guess. The Lakeview Chiefs are on Concho Sports Network tonight, live streamed, but unfortunately they're trailing 34-14 to Sweetwater. Sweetwater's one of those teams, Coach, that they always seem to be tough. They went to state, 5 years ago?
It's about 5 years ago, but they have a lot of tradition. And for those who haven't been to the Mustang Bowl, when you show up and you see all those flags for all the things they've done, it's intimidating. But they got a great program, but I know the coach at Lakeview is building one himself, and so I'm hopeful they'll be able to bounce back that second half.
34-14 is that score. Sweetwater won the state championship under head coach W.T. Stapler. Mm-hmm. And I knew him when he coached at Brownwood. I ran into him at Walmart in Ballinger.
There you go.
Yeah, he was 81. That'd make him like 83 now. But, yeah, that was kind of cool. China Spring is the number 10 team in the state in 4A, and I'm a Brownwood fan. They're ahead of Brownwood 28-7.
Oh, wow. Well, like I said, another good program, good tradition in Brownwood as well, too. But China Springs has always done well, and Brownwood hopefully will get back on that one as well. Anson is ahead of the Dublin Lions 21-14. I got to mention Dublin. That's where I graduated from. They're only behind 21-14. It's just about halftime. And the Stephenville Yellow Jackets are up on Salado 28-13. Like I said, some other ball games going around the area. Now the second half just started for the Sonora-Cristobal game. Sonora is up 14-6. Cristobal's got a fantastic quarterback. People haven't seen him in the Concho Valley. They need to go check him out. He's a heck of a player for it. Some little six-man scores. Panther Creek is up 50-0 on TLC Abilene. Of course, we're rolling through here. Zephyr is down. It's a non-UL opponent. Doesn't tell us who they are, but they're down 40-38 in the first half. Along that way, Blackwell is down 28-14 to the Highland Hornets on there. The Miles Bulldogs, my former coaching stop. Like I said, under Coach Wilhelm there right now, fantastic coach. They are up 22-0 over the Roscoe Plowboys, so good job by them. Forsan is up 7-0 on Stanton at halftime. I know that's a big rival in that area. Coahoma right now in the second quarter is beating El Dorado 34-14. Coach Long there at El Dorado is a first-year head coach. He's a fantastic guy. We'll keep that program running.
They were the district champs last year.
They were. And I know Coach Long stepped in there, and Coahoma's a good team this year. So that's going to be a bit of a tough battle as we're seeing right now on the score. But El Dorado will be good for a long period of time. Junction's up 38-6 on Irene. Some other local scores. Ira is beating Eden 38-12 at halftime. Erie County, those Fighting Hornets are up 42-0 on Fort Davis. The Very Best Falcons. Now, I went to junior high in Very Best. So I always try to mention them. High school at Wall. And they're up 20-6 right now on Robert Lee. And then now Ballinger, and again, I got too many family and coaches. Coach Lipsy is my stepbrother out there.
Okay.
So they're winning 27-0 over Colorado City. And it looks like a good matchup. Great Creek and TLC are both tied 12-12 at halftime. And so some of that Concho connection there in San Angelo, that's fantastic. A couple other scores going through here, and I follow way too many. Banks is up 14-6 over Winners. Brady is up 12-9 over Coleman. San Saba's up 14-0 on Mason, and that's Wall's opponent next week. And so a lot of tradition and history going on with that. Reagan County is beating Ozona 32-7, and Jim Ned is beating Eastland 35-14. That's going to be in the Walls district here later in the season for it. So a lot of great matchups, a lot of great games, and like I said, it's a good night for Friday Night Football.
You bet. I was thinking it might be raining tonight, but it's been really perfect weather. I don't even need my coat, really. I brought it, but not needing it at the moment.
You couldn't ask for better weather. Like I said, it's a nice night. It's a cool night. As a coach, you don't have a strong wind or some type of element that can deter your style of play. Both teams are able to go out and play the game they want to. And, again, the team that makes the fewest mistakes and the one who can execute the most usually ends up winning the ball game. And so I know we'll have a good second half coming up.
I want to let you know that we are broadcasting in this very nice facility that is the First Community FCU press box, and I love the facility here. I always we did Game of the Week last year. I came here, and always like Wall folks are very hospitable. And thank you, Wall. You're also nice. A Wall fan gave me some reading glasses tonight because I locked mine in my vehicle along with my keys.
Hi, again, we mentioned it earlier. Great West Texas hospitality, great community to raise your kids. I was fortunate enough to go to school here and still know a lot of the people and recognize the names when I see them. One thing, I'm sure you guys mentioned it last week, Wall has their new turf field tonight. And talk about a week where we've had close to 8 inches of rain. This field might look a little different tonight, but the best thing, I know those farmers are enjoying that rain out in their fields right now around the area for it. And so, again, a great stadium, great facility, and a great place to play some football.
Well, I hear the bells, and the Wall Hawks are about to come back out on the field here pretty soon. We got the victory line and the band ready to go. And we'll be back after this on the Mathis Law Firm Halftime Show on Concho Sports Network. I got that.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. We have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots. As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. See what we have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way. W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
The Wall Hawks about to come back out on the field, warming up in the end zone. They'll come through the tunnel as the band plays, and we'll get back to action here in just a few minutes. So we're wrapping up the Mathis Law Firm halftime show. Wall trails Cornerstone Christian out of San Antonio by a score of 7-0. Last week they were behind by 6 at the half, so this is something they've seen before, and it's not anything that this Wall Hawk team is going to panic over.
No, and we mentioned it earlier. When you have a staff of Coach Guy and Coach Slaughter and experienced staff of head coaches and others around, and they've been down. They've had mistakes. They've had things like that. They know how to respond. And so I know probably a lot of that halftime conversation was what adjustments do we need to do to make sure that we can play our best version of our ball and come out the second half instead and come out with a win.
So were you, as a coach, were you a guy that liked to deliver a good speech at halftime, or was it more like, well, doesn't do that good, or were you more of a calm type of guy?
I've never been a calm guy. There's probably sometimes I got a little too fired up. I'm sure I have some players tell some stories of it, but
I love it.
Like I said, you got to get out here and have some fun. It's football. You work too hard not to enjoy it, and so they come out here, hopefully lots of energy and lots of entertainment. We get a good second half.
Just please do me a favor. Don't knock the window out of the press box. That happened to me one time. The guy on the air with me got a little excited.
Well, like I said, I'll do my best not to do that. Since I don't actually have any skin involved in the game here personally, I can keep those emotions down when it's your kids you've coached and you put so much work and so much sweat, so much effort into developing, you build that relationship, you get that energy and that fired up. And it's a great example down here. Coach Slaughter, again, lots of high energy. He shows it a lot. Coach Guy's a little bit calmer on that. I know his energy's there because he coached me a long time ago, but they're a good way they work together to keep themselves a good balance and keeping the kids' mind straight and fresh going in, which is fantastic.
And that's going to wrap it up for the Mathis Law Firm halftime show. Thanks for joining us. Team's about to come back out on the field, and we are going to get back to action. Wall will have the ball to start off the second half, trailing 7-0. First possession of the game, the Warriors scored on a Mizell Miller touchdown run. With the extra point, they are up 7-0 on Wall. But again, it's nothing they haven't seen before. And Coach will have a word with the kids, and then we will get back to action. I want to let everybody know, if you like to watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV live in high definition, if that sounds like something you're into, all you have to do is install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device just by searching Concho Sports. We invite you to check it out, and you'll have the best viewing experience.
Now Wall's going to receive the second half here. Now, Cornerstone decided to make sure that their back's against the scoreboard here for the third quarter. With no win tonight, that's a great coaching decision. So when they flip the field the fourth, Cornerstone will be marching towards the clock so they can keep their eye on it in case they need it late in the fourth quarter.
See, it's little things like that I would never think of. And here we go. We are ready for the Shirts Landscaping kickoff.
I can't see that number 4.
And we are underway in the second half. Called for and caught at the 11-yard line.
Number 40, oh my goodness, a Renufalo Ortega. Mr. Ortega, I can name that one. Mr. Ortega with the kickoff for him.
Chase Rios fielded the kickoff with the fair catch.
Like I said, Wall's going to start on the 25. They're in a good spot here again. Doesn't have to be anything great. 1 first down, you'll feel good about it. 2 or 3 is great. You punch in the end zone, we're going to be ecstatic because we'll get to a tie ball game here with a good second half match.
Drew Morrison, the senior, is the man that operates the flexbone offense for the green and white Wall Hawks. On 1st and 10 from the 25, we start the third quarter. And it's a short carry for looks like a little over a yard.
So Wall came back in that tight set, but I mentioned earlier, and over that 4-4 stack, those guards are over their defensive tackles are over the guards. So Wall decided to do a quarterback sneak. Nobody's over the center of the A gap. Didn't get a lot. Those linebackers met him in a hurry, but they saw something. They wanted to try it out, see if they could take advantage of that A gap inside.
2nd down and 8 from the 27. They'll send receivers to both sides. They'll break the flex bone to the near side. Morrison runs the option. Morrison keeps it on the option, and he's across the 30-yard line out to the 31.
Like I said, that was a true speed option off the left side. Morrison saw the overhang player, decided to keep it, run it inside. Number 32, Matthew Baker, the linebacker, made a good pop on the quarterback. But again, a 3-4 yard gain, 3rd and 5, it's manageable.
Drew Morrison ran for a game-high 132 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against Cisco. Dominic Garcia, boy, he had a heck of a second half. We'll see if they get him fired up as well. 123 yards rushing and a touchdown last week in the second half. And again, they keep it on the ground.
Well, they tried to run the midline on the inside. The tackle ended up taking the fullback. Quarterback pulled it, but great discipline. Probably a good halftime conversation by the Warriors there to wrap up Morrison. 4th and 2. The Hawks are sending out the punt team. We didn't quite get the first down, but that's all right. Let's get the ball out here and see what we do.
So it's 4th and 3 from the 32.
Now, Alan Caracho's back here as the returner. Had a fantastic first half with 2 interceptions. Was all over the field making tackles. He's a playmaker. Now, they want to get this ball off, but they don't want to give him a chance to run with it anywhere if they can.
The Judson transfer stands at his own 40-yard line.
Oh,
a high snap is headed toward the end zone. This is not good.
Oh, he missed it.
He missed it, and that's going to be a touchdown.
That is a tough break for the Wall Hawks. Had a high snap go in the end zone. Our punter tried to kick it out of the back. Reese Horton made a great play earlier, just missed it. You know, you're in that emotion. You know, you got to do things, try to make the right play happen. For the Warriors, they're able to fall in and make a big play. Biggest thing for the Hawks right now, and I see the coaches trying to get their mindsets right. Don't get your head down. It's still an early ball game. You know, it's 13-0. We'll see what happens on the extra point, but it's a long ball game to go.
Very unfortunate circumstance, but still, you'd rather that happen right now at the beginning of the third as opposed to later on. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good.
Now, Mr. Ortega put that in. It's not ideal. It's not what you want, but, again, it's a long ball game, and Coach Slaughter and Coach Guy are bringing those guys over, reminding them of that. That's life sometimes. It doesn't go the way you want it, but you still got a long ways to go, so the Wall Hawks got to get right back here with the ball in their hands and try to go down here and march down the field and hopefully make some positive plays happen.
It's 14-0 now in favor of Cornerstone. We're back after this on Concho Sports Network.
Wow.
W&W Avco Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street. Ball fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Back at Hawk Field, the Wall Hawks trail Cornerstone Christian 14-0. 9:44 to go in the third quarter. A high snap on a punt went back to the end zone. The Hawks were unable to grab it. And Kai McCarty was the guy that got on it for the Cornerstone Christian Warriors. 14-0 now. We'll see if the Hawks can answer.
Now, both teams have made mistakes tonight. Both teams have had penalties and have put the ball on the ground and things have just happened. But the Warriors have been able to capitalize. Earlier on the face mask, helped them push into the red zone, score a touchdown. Then on that play there, able to pick it up and take the 14-0 lead.
That was Monty Harris on the touchdown in the recovery of the high snap. A little correction for you. Here's the snap, or here's the kick, and it's going to go long inside the 10. Taken by Kai Herbert, 20. Herbert's out to around the 23-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will set up.
That's good field position there. Now, here's something unique that the Wall Hawks don't necessarily have the benefit of. So the Warriors run a full-on special teams kickoff team and a full kickoff team off, allow some of that rest that the Hawks don't get. When you're a 5A school, you have those numbers compared to a 3A school. But like I said, it's time to bow your neck up and get something going right here.
Kai Herbert took the Shirts landscaping kickoff. Thanks to Shenanigans for our instant replays tonight. Very nice. Live streaming of Hawk football. We're doing all of their home games this season, as well as Lakeview and Central. Back to throw is Morrison. Pocket collapses. He's going to run. He doesn't get very far, about to the 21-yard line.
Like I said, can't quite see who made the sack there for. It looks like Aberson again for the defensive side of the Warriors. A little bit of time. Nothing was really open downfield. A good job by the Warriors. Morrison tried to make something out of it. Now we lost a couple yards, 2nd and 12. Don't want to start behind the chains with this style of offense. We need another positive player or two going right now.
The Warriors probably loving the position they're in. They want to make Wall go a little faster than they want to, than they're comfortable doing usually.
So spread them out, the old traditional flex formation.
There's a handoff. No, pitch out goes to Kai Herbert. He tries to turn the corner. He takes a vicious hit from Monty Harris. It knocks him out of bounds.
Got about 4 or 5 yards out of that. Like I said, ran the triple option all the way down. The quarterback pulled it, read it, pitched it. Didn't quite get the block on the outside edge. Held him up a little bit to get 4 or 5 positive yards here, though. But, again, a little more manageable, 3rd and 8. Better than 2nd and 12 where we were earlier. Need a big play to happen to get a first down and make sure the momentum's going the right direction.
Play clock is at 13. Game clock is at 8:20 and counting. 14-0 Cornerstone.
Wall back in that spread or just traditional flex offense here.
Morrison back to throw. Looking, wants to run, and he's going to get hit. He spins out of a tackle and gets past the 25-yard line, still short of the first down. And it will be punting time for the Wall Hawks.
It was a good, tough run there by Morrison. Number 23, Xavier Shannon on the tackle. I said that the pocket was there. It broke down a little bit at the end, but right now there's no receivers open downfield. I mean, even right there, the Warriors probably knew it themselves, 3rd and 8. Wall's probably going to throw the ball. Even in that offense, they backed up and made a play on it.
Okay.
We're in punting formation now here for the Hawks.
4th and 6.
They need to forget about that last snap. Just get them a good one. On the ground this time. Kept it low. More manageable. Good punt. Good punt. Oh, there. Hey, that's the best friend you can have. The old turf monster helped tackle Allen down.
You betcha. Yeah, that they made sure not to high snap it that time.
There goes 10, 20,
the ball actually hit the ground before it got to him.
It was about a 45-yard punt in the air. Again, I'm missing one here there. We don't have a statistician tonight, so I'm doing my best guess here, and I'm kind of counting the numbers going fast. But about a 45, 46-yard punt, no return, maybe a negative for a loss for it. Great job. Like I said, he'll take that. Let's get a stop here, Hawks.
1st and 10 on the 33 for Cornerstone Christian. Coley, the Arkansas commit, the quarterback, hands off, left side of the line out to the 35 and close to the 40-yard line.
Pierce Stevens on the tackle there. Like I said, a good play on the inside. They're just running a little bit of zone, a body on a body. Got off a block. Now he got 5 yards on there, which we know we like to knock that off a couple yards, but a good play defensively for it. To what they set up for 2nd down.
Cliff Williams, the ball carrier, from the pistol-type formation. Cody hands off left side, and a good little shoestring tackle.
Fantastic. Tate Williams got in the backfield first, and then 51, number Josh Balkin with a great shoestring tackle, making it 3rd and long, and that's what you got to do. Have a little negative plays, get a little bit excited here, get off the field. Now, the biggest thing, again, they have weapons out in space. They haven't taken advantage of it, and Coley can run, so they do the best they can to make sure they step off right now and make it a 4th down play.
Kai McCarty is wide left. Looks like he wants to go to him. Pass goes to McCarty. He's open, but it's overthrown, and it will be 4th down. The Hawks have held.
Hi, great play there. Now, again, I was a little worried with some defensively on that one. Again, it's high school football, so you can touch it before the ball was thrown. 11 for the Wall Hawks. Jake Andrews gave a little bit of bump on that receiver, threw off the route. Coley hadn't been accurate tonight, and that's been a big help for the Wall Hawks here. So got themselves in a punt return situation. Right now, number one thing is catch the ball, make a positive play, and get the offense back on the field. But great stop by the Wall Hawks.
We are live streaming on Concho Sports Network from the First Community FCU press box here in Wall. Very nice.
Now, I don't know how that wasn't a false start there. Fair catch.
Called for and taken. That's Garcia at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will set up shop.
Like I said, number 12 there for the Warriors. Ivan Hoyt had a good punt again. Now they're a little up back. We always call them elephants. Made a jump before the ball started, so it should have been a penalty on there. But it's high school football when these things happen, and coaches know it, and you just got to roll with it.
W&W AFCO Steel bringing you Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network tonight. You can also see the Lakeview Chiefs against Sweetwater. They are trailing at the moment.
Wall staying in this tight formation there. They liked it. We talked about what they liked from the first half. Pitch to the outside. They just missed the edge.
Rios. He spun around and dropped behind the line for a loss.
You know, it's set up well on the edge with the blocks on there. The linebacker looks like Aberson McGinn. A.J. Aberson McGinn on the tackle. They're in, helped turn that play inside, made a play. And that's part of it. You got to have 11 guys working the same direction. One guy misses a block, it could blow the play up. But 2nd and long again, the Hawks don't want to be there.
Clock is at 5:40 and counting. 14-0 Cornerstone. 2nd and 13 for Drew Morrison and the green and white. Morrison wants to throw. Blitz coming from the outside.
Great call,
got
Coach.
It across the middle. That's Garcia, but he is immediately dropped Didn't get much at all after the catch.
That was a fantastic call, but Albert Perez, the senior for the Warriors, ended up snuffing it out, falling back inside. Great call. Pressure was all in the face. There was room to run, but, again, one block, one guy just didn't quite get it, but 3rd and long here.
Morrison may have thrown just a little bit quicker than he wanted to.
Yeah, and you get that pressure in your face, though. It's a tough deal to kind of wait to get that ball out on the screen. It's a lot of time, and you know they practice it, but when it's live, it can be a little bit different.
The Wallhawk flex bone on 3rd down and 12. Drew Morrison, the senior quarterback, looking, and somebody got a hand on the ball as the pass goes incomplete. We can see in the Shenanigans instant replay if we have it.
Well, number 52 made the play earlier, made a play again, put pressure on Drew Morrison, actually had a great hit, put him to the ground there. Again, starting to slow down a little bit offensively. We need another defensive stop here. It starts with a snap. We had one go over the head. The second one rolled on the ground. I know Tate Williams here is trying to make sure we get a good one here. Catch it, kick it. Don't let Allen here on the backside make a return. Get out and play good defense again.
Dominic Garcia was very dominating in the second half. A little bit different this week. This is a very stout team. Like you say, the equivalent of a 5A football team. Punt hits the ground, hits the turf. And it's going to be good field position for the Warriors. They're going to be out on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, about a 33-yard punt. Had a good hang time, allowed the defenders to get down. Again, Allen has a chance to return on it. But, you know, when this triple option is really working is when the fullback, Dominic Garcia, is able to make plays. And what they're doing when they're stacking those guards, they're trying to make sure that quarterback pulls it and gets to the edge. And so they're not really allowing Dominic to make the play and get it going. And so that, again, that'll be something we see here the second half. If they make a few adjustments or do something differently to make sure that that fullback can take off and make some plays.
Lucas Coley, the future Razorback.
On the call right there, it was a personal quarterback play for him. Bryson Ballard, number 14 for the Wallhawks, and Pierce Stevens on the tackle. About a 4-yard gain. Again, bottle him up. Don't let him explode. We'll take that as it goes on, but still like to try to keep them close to a no-yard gain if possible.
Ballard, 12 solo tackles coming into this game. Very stout on defense. Left side and room to run. Upended on the play.
Great tackle by Grayson Wiggins, the senior for Wall on the edge. But number 12, Hoyt for the Warriors, just turned and sealed our outside defender, giving the edge. And it's hard to get that, so you got to be able to fight off those blocks for it. But great block for the Warriors, number 12, Hoyt there.
That's a Texas Bank first down on the Hawk 45.
Now they give the ball to Hoyt, reward him for the good block. He makes a cutback.
Hoyt across the 40-yard line out to the 37, 38.
Number 43, Kenny Russell, the junior there on the tackle. Now again, Wall here, getting a little tired, a little winded. Like I said, they're running fresh legs for the Warriors out there on both sides of the ball. It's a big difference for it, but now they're getting 4 and 5 yards a pop, and when the Hawks got to be able to slow that down.
Morrison has 11 solo tackles this year. Blake Hodnett, real good
perfect,
with
big
15.
hit.
And a big hit on the play, and it goes nowhere.
Bryson Ballard with the hit stick. Fantastic job. Give yourself a helmet sticker for that. Way to go. Way to step up. Now it's 3rd and 7 again. A negative play. That's beneficial. Again, some energy. You got to have energy playing. Get it going here on the defensive side. Get off the field.
And this defense has been on the field a lot. And quickly.
They're trying to get him to draw off sides there. Didn't bite. Try it again. Here we go. Screen to the inside to find the Hoyt.
6. Hoyt
holding.
Gets it. Hoyt is possibly gone. 10-5 touchdown unless there's a flag.
No flag. I saw it as a fan up here. Maybe the official didn't. 3rd and long. Found the screen to the inside. Took it to the house, and it's a three-score ball game now.
Ivan Hoyt.
Like I said, that's a Shenanigans instant replay. I'd like to watch again to slow it down just to see if Hoyt was able to spring out from there for a big play.
Extra point on the way. It could make it 21-0. And now the Hawks in some trouble here because they're not necessarily designed to come from behind quickly.
No, they're not. And so being down and kind of going back to the keys of the game, Wall hasn't been able to really take care of the blocks, and some of the mistakes and things that Coach Guy didn't want to have to hopefully get into, and it's costing them now for it. Defensively, they wanted to contain their skill players. that's their first big play of the night for it, and they've scored a touchdown again and make it a 21-score game. Hard to come back in this offense. But, again, you get a score going into the fourth quarter. We got about 2:35 left, maybe early in the fourth quarter. It's just a two-score ball game, and there's still plenty of chances. But Wall's got to move the ball and get some points on the field.
We'll take a short break. Schertz Landscaping kickoff from the Warriors. We'll see if the Hawks can answer coming up after this on Concho Sports Network.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Right now, Ivan Hoyt on a touchdown run for Cornerstone puts them up 21-0. We have 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and the Schertz Landscaping kickoff is taken out past the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Jacob Robertson on the little return there from Mr. Ortega. You know, if you're the Warrior staff right now, Coach Buchanan's feeling pretty good. They haven't made any mistakes the second half that Wall has done, and they've been able to capitalize when they could, especially on a third down for a big touchdown. So, big series here. We've had a couple big series here for the Wall Hawks. If they can get back here, get some momentum going, just moving the ball. They need some first downs. That's the number one thing right now. Don't worry about the touchdown. Just get first downs and keep pushing the ball and keep giving your defense a little bit of rest.
Hawk offense 1st and 10 from the 28. Play clock is at 5. They need to hurry. 3 and 2. They get the snap off. Morrison wants to keep, and he is down. That is going to count as a sack.
Okay, well, that is Kai Herbert at quarterback, 24.
Oh, wow.
He has stepped in. I'm not seeing Morrison on the sideline here. Number 12, he's standing there next to the quarterback right now, and so just giving a different look. Who knows what might be going on. I know the coaches are having the best interest in mind of all the kids right now, but Kai Herbert making that first play for this series.
WWAFCO Steel bringing you Wall Hawk football home games live on Concho Sports Network. It is 2nd down and 14. Nowhere to go.
Try to hand it off to Garcia on that play. Again, you got to get a different quarterback in there, so this could be different cadence and call and everything else. It could be a big change here, especially the second half without the starting quarterback, Drew Morrison.
Clock is at 1:37 and counting. Hawks trying to put on their rally caps.
Get something positive, a good play here. Now, I'm curious if Coach Guy on 3rd and long will try to either throw with Herbert or run him. Last two series, Warriors have almost backed off expecting the pass. And so it might be a chance for Wall here to make a play on the ground and maybe get a first down for it. Morrison keeps it, and he slips.
Keeps it. Yeah, he slips behind the line of scrimmage.
And I said Morrison. That's Kai Herbert. Again, a little bit different on that. Different guy in the backfield for it. 4th down.
Looked like he had a little contact with one of his own players as he tried to move, too.
Yeah, again, when you got and they practice this and they rep it, and they do that, throughout the week. You always want your ones and your twos, especially at quarterback in this position, to do that. But again, when it's live ball game action, it's just different, a different read. And we don't see medical staff really next to Morrison, so we don't think there's any type of issue in that nature for it. But if there's a little bit thing, they'd rather be worried. More importantly is the district schedule. And a good punt there.
Fair catch called for and taken. Good field position to the 46-yard line for the Warriors.
Yeah, and a good punt there. Again, about a 35-yard pull. We like a little bit more, but Allen's not had a chance to return. But they have had the chance to start here 3 series in a row. That goes back to the offensive side of not being able to get some first downs. And, again, when you're missing your starting quarterback, it might make it a little bit tougher. So, hopefully the defense, again, no big plays. Let's get a 3-and-out, get off the field, and try to get that offense out of the back and get them moving.
Pistol type set with wides to both sides. Ball going to the right side across midfield, 45 and across the 40-yard line.
Well, we would call that ace pistol. You put two tight ends in it, just extend the edge a little bit. They let a little stretch right. The Mizell Miller taking the ball off the edge, getting it around, getting himself a positive first down right there. And so usually, again, they might stick with this formation. We'll see for a little bit, give themselves a little couple extra edge defenders if needed or blockers if needed. But that was a good run by Mizell Miller.
Lucas Coley, the quarterback, going to be a Razorback next year. Takes the snap, handoff Miller, right side, and Miller has room to run. 35, 30-yard line, and he's close to a Texas Bank first down.
Yeah, Taven Espinoza on the tackle there. It was more, again, a stretch ride, a different way to see it. They brought the sniffer back across the field, gives a little misdirection there for the linebackers. He's just able to get that edge and go. And now we're in the fourth quarter here, so Wall needs to kind of step up and see if we can get going.
Well, that's it for 3. 21-0. Cornerstone leads Wall, and we are back with the fourth quarter of play after this on Concho Sports Network.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Manny Namanati.
I'm trying
to get some names straight here. Welcome back to Hawk Field. It's fourth quarter time. Concho Sports Network bringing you Wall Hawk football. W&W AFCO Steel bringing it to you as well.
Now the Warriors started on the 30-yard line. They shifted, put an overload set, good blocks downfield, wide lanes to run.
Mizell Miller runs.
Yeah, like I said, another tackle by the safety for the Hawks. I believe that one was Ryan Queenie on the tackle for that one for it. But right now they're getting some running lanes for the Warriors. Again, difference when you have guys you can rest on different sides of the ball, and right now they're taking it to the Hawks.
Hawks look a little dejected out on the field. They're not used to this. Not accustomed to it and don't want to be.
No, they're not. But, again, that's part of it. It's character building. You're trying to make yourself – you're playing quality opponents. Probably the next closest opponent you'll see with this type of skill caliber, if they do, will be around those later rounds of the playoffs. And so you need to see it now and prepare for it now and know what you need to adjust to get better and go into the future for it. But hopefully, again, some stops, some momentum going. Maybe have a little change here in the end of the fourth quarter here.
We'll be back at home next week as they take on the Mason Punchers here in Wall. Handoff to Miller.
Play.
He's in trouble and has nowhere to go.
Bryson Ballard running down Miller. They made sure the ball got out of Colley's hand. They stretched it out. That's the negative plays you need. And that's one right there. Again, you can hang your hat on, build a little momentum. Like I said, try to get another stop here and put them back in a hole.
You know, you get 7 points on the board, you trail by 14, and anything could happen.
Absolutely. Like I said, and they showed us that they can make some mistakes early in the first half, put the ball on the ground, and get some penalties.
10.5 to go in the ball game. It's 21-0 Cornerstone. They have the ball, 2nd and 15. Miller again.
I like it. Coach sent some pressure there. Bryson Ballard and Tate Williams.
You know, you get 7 points on the board, you trail by 14, and anything could happen.
Absolutely. Like I said, and they showed us that they can make some mistakes early in the first half, put the ball on the ground, and get some penalties.
10.5 to go in the ball game. It's 21-0 Cornerstone.
One was for a touchdown. The other one was for a long run in that first quarter. It's kind of got in the Wall Hawks. And so I'm sure that's what Coach Slaughter's telling the guys right now. You got to watch the screen and you got to watch Colley running. Their athlete and skill makers are on the edge. And so we want to make sure that we can limit them if we can. And the Hawks look like they're going straight man against them.
3rd and 15. Snap.
Called. Quarterback run. Great
takes
play.
A big hit as he runs it himself right up the middle.
Tate Williams, Sikkim Bears, Baylor. Being the right man, the right job. Bryson Ballard again with the assist on the tackle. Lots of energy. I like seeing that. Like I said, here we go, 4th down. Now they're bringing out Mr. Ortega again. Now what is this coach right here, Darren? So we're at about a 36-yard field goal? Nope, take that back. 44-yard field goal.
43?
43.
Yeah, a 43-yard attempt.
I would have been impressed, but Coach Buchanan decided to call the timeout. He's going to think about it right here.
We'll take one as well. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
Mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
And we are back. It's going to be a 43-yard attempt for Ortega to extend the lead for Cornerstone Christian. The snap is down. The kick is on the way, and it's good. So 43 yards for Ortega.
Yeah, for ladies and gentlemen, y'all watching, and we might not see a lot of that here unless we're watching a Central game. When you got a 5A level and you have enough kids to kind of have in your program, you can find kickers that make 43-yard field goals, and that was a great kick by that young man.
So they called a Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout, thought about it, and then Ortega nails it. It's 24-0 in favor of Cornerstone Christian over Wall. We'll be back with the Hawks getting the ball after this on the Concho Sports Network.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Ortega for Cornerstone Christian nails a 43-yard field goal to extend the lead for Cornerstone 24-0 over Wall. This is certainly not a position that the Wall Hawks find themselves in often.
No, but it's a good character building time. Let's see if we can come back here, get some offensive things working. You never know what's going to happen, and keep preparing yourself for the rest of the game and the games coming up.
Ortega kicks it off. The Shirts Landscaping kickoff goes inside the 5-yard line. Fair catch for Kai Herbert, and it'll come out to the 25.
Like I said, Wall trying to build a little bit right here. They ended up being a good defensive stop there. Again, a great kick by the field goal. It wasn't a touchdown. We didn't want the field goal either, but a good stop. Again, time to build. Now, is Morrison coming back out, or we still have Kai Herbert here at quarterback? We'll see where they break the huddle here. This is number 10 for the Wall Hawks. Gabe Haskins is now in at quarterback. You know, I think I understand the decision, too. You want to make sure you get Kai out on the field for some athletic plays. If we have the next quarterback step in and still allow your playmakers to play their same spots, it's a good strategy going forward.
Handoff right side. Garcia, ball on the ground, but he was down. He'll get a few yards on the carry.
Again, trying to get him started. They ran that G play earlier. What that means is that guard pulls and kicks out the first man he sees. And Big Tate Williams got a big block on the edge, freed up some space on there, but the athletic defenders for the Warriors came down and made a play.
2nd down and 6 for the Wall Hawks. Trying to at least get some points on the board. They have 8.5 minutes to work with and all of their timeouts.
So the Warriors have shifted to a 3-4. We hadn't seen that look, so they're giving the Wall a little bit different look as well. But Dominic Garcia, again, a 2-yard carry. Couldn't tell if it was a little trap or counter action on the inside, but with a different look by the Warriors, Wall's trying to take advantage of that inside play right now.
W&W AFCO Steel bringing you the broadcast tonight of Wall Hawk football. We'll be back next week as they take on the Mason Punchers. Wasn't that televised last year when they played Mason?
It was on Fox Sports Southwest. And Wall came out with a great game there in Mason, Texas.
From Hawk Stadium, it is 7:45 and counting. This will be 3rd and 5 for the Hawks.
Great call, great pitch. Got an edge here. Using some speed.
No, that's Rios, and Rios will be out of bounds, but he got a little something there in the Texas Bank first down.
Like I said, and that's a good job there by Haskins. Like I said, a junior here running the plays. Now the 3rd quarterback. I don't know where he is in the depth chart on that side to it, but making a true read, reading off the end, pitching off the edge. You got blocks on for everybody. You're able to spring a big play, and that's a good momentum thing for the Hawks right now. Keep us moving.
If you want to watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV live in high definition, install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app on either device just by searching Concho Sports. We invite you to check that out. Handoff inside and not much there. And A helmet goes flying.
Yeah, try to run a little kick-out block again. There's no penetration that time. Couldn't make it happen. The Warriors are starting to shift their defense around. They had the play before. They were in that little 4-4 stack, it looked like. Now back to a 3-4, giving different looks. Like I said, and again, if Wall can run their offense with Haskins, he is listed as the backup quarterback here, so he's probably had a lot of reps at doing this. Again, moving some things to scoring for the game, but also future in case this situation happens again down the line, he can be ready to play in some live action.
It was last year when Fuchs got hurt, Morrison came in against Eastland, and that was the beginning of his era. Now it's Gabe Haskins in right now.
Good tuck.
And he's going to keep it. Haskins, a tough run across midfield out to the 46-yard line for Gabe Haskins.
Very good. They ran the play 2 plays earlier for it, but this time instead of pitching it out to the wing guy, they ended up said keep it inside. Haskins made a good read for it. Now, I'll tell you, in this triple option, that quarterback does take a lot of licks for it, so you got to make sure your 1, 2, and 3 guy are ready, and it's showing tonight that Coach Guy has Haskins ready to play and step in if needed.
It's good to have that depth, and it's good to be able to utilize them a little bit.
Now 3rd and 2, and I'd imagine Wall, if they don't get this, they'll go for 2 here. They'll go for it on 4th down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little tight bunch over the side on the near side of the home field.
Haskins, option keeper, runs into a crowd, and he'll get maybe a yard. It's close to a Texas Bank first down, though.
I think they're moving. I think they gave the sign for it. Yes, they are. Yes. First down.
Texas Bank first down for Wall.
So Wall's run that a few times. So when the quarterback are running that outside, he might as well be able to be like a quarterback sweep. They have the extra defenders in front, not only with the receivers, but also the fullback, Dominic Garcia. You have more bodies than they do. And so when you overload that side with bodies and formation, that's a great way to kind of get yourself some of those good yards they need.
Under 6 minutes to go. It's a Texas Bank first down, 1st and 10 from the 44 for the green and white. Herbert goes in motion.
Great
pitch.
He
will get the option pitch. Tries to turn the corner. 40, lowers his shoulder, and gets out to the 30. It gets down to the 38-yard line.
Made a defender miss on the outside edge, but number 9, Esteban Guillory, stayed focused, made a tackle. But, again, a very good read by Haskins, going off all through his keys and pitching the ball on the edge. And, I love seeing this. Drew Morrison's out there along with the coaching staff trying to help Haskins out there, being a good team player and good role model for the rest of the guys out there, being involved. Trying to help this offense get on the board.
Drewby, as his uncle Darren calls him.
Ah.
Yeah, Darren Morrison, heck of a singer-songwriter.
There you go.
That's his uncle.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Granddad, former mayor of San Angelo.
Little counter action. Hadn't seen it all night.
Going to run that counter, and there's nothing doing for Chase Rios. He spun around. He took a big hit. He's getting up slowly.
Wall's tried to run a counter a few times, haven't seen it a lot, but hadn't had success with it. And as much as you keep going to one side and one side and one side, or one flow, one direction is probably the better way to say that, you're hoping when that counter comes 3 or 4 times a game, you get some big plays out of it. Hasn't had that opportunity tonight.
They've had to earn every yard on the ground tonight.
They are, and I'll give it to that secondary and speed of the Warriors. They are not allowing anyone to maybe get to an edge mostly or get some positive plays, and you said they've had to earn it. Good read by Haskins. Good keep up the middle. Cuts it back
Look
to
at
the
Haskins
house.
Go. Gabe Haskins
Touchdown
20.
Wallhawks.
Haskins 10-5, and Haskins scores.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Fantastic. I'll say it again. Love the touchdown. Love the run, but love seeing Drew Morrison on the sideline being just excited for his backup out there making plays, and a great play for the Hawks. They're on the board. Time's running. We know that, but goodness, you never know what will happen here.
I'm liking this Haskins kid. 42 yards for Gabe Haskins on the keeper with the extra point still to come.
Sophomore Pierce Jamison here for the extra point.
Placement is down. Jamison scoots it.
No, hit that.
Wide left.
He didn't quite get his foot underneath it and ended up pulling it. And a lot of that's with that lead leg out there. But, hey, the Hawks are on the board. Still doesn't change anything. We still got to score points. That would have been helpful, but we still got to score points.
We'll be back with the Hawks Shirts Landscaping kickoff after this on Concho Sports Network.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. To offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Ball fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
We are back, Hawk Stadium. It's 24-6. Gabe Haskins comes in at quarterback, goes 24 yards, 42 yards on the keeper for Wall to get him 6 points. Extra point no good. We are still at 24-6 in favor of Cornerstone Christian. They try an onside kick, the Hawks do.
They do. He actually got the bounce they wanted in there, but number 15, Jalen Gardner, with a very athletic move to go up and get that ball. But like I said, that's that risk you take for it. So Wall's going to start here, or Corso's going to start here about midfield, but you got to take that risk. You're down 24-6 with 4 minutes to go. Right now, again, you get a stop, make a turnover, something happens. Let's go score and do something again.
Near midfield, they'll be at the 47-yard line. Arkansas commit Coley still in there. Hands off left side. Miller to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, the Hawks got penetration there by number, it looks like 12's back out there, Drew Morrison at quarterback. And so he got the penetration there. Couldn't quite make the tackle, but another Wall Hawk stepped up there and made a play. But good to see Drew back out there playing. That means we're healthy or clear, and that's a good sight to see for the rest of this game and games going forward.
And it is tough playing on both sides of the ball. A lot of Wall Hawks do that very well.
Yes.
Very good conditioning.
And that's going to pay dividends for him down the line for it. Great feel and great stop. Oh, but the running back still is chugging his legs along.
Boy, he is tough. Spinning again.
It is. Number 3, Jacob Richardson, and number 44, Blake Hodnett on the tackle there. So it'll be about 3rd and 3. Should be about 3rd and 5 or 6. But great tough run by the running back there for the Warriors. I believe Cliff Williamson there, 24. Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Cliff.
Yep. They've had a couple good backs. Him and Miller both have had some good positive runs, look good. The Hawks, for the most part, have contained Coley tonight. You know, the Arkansas commit, and I know they're proud of that, but
you bet
they like to see a few more stops here and see what they can do.
Yeah, they have not let him just air it out and go crazy. And another tough run across the 40-yard line into Hawk territory. That's a Texas Bank first down.
And that's Blake Hodnett there on the tackle there, 44. And so what they're doing a really good job is they're just pretty much zoning up the front, a body on a body, offensive line on defensive line, and letting those running backs decide where they want to go. Well, he cut it all the way across back to the backside C gap. The edge over there was able to get himself some positive yards.
Jalen Gardner at the bottom of your screen. I can't see him on the screen right now. That's been Coley's favorite target. He has a few catches tonight. Cliff Williamson, here he goes. 30-yard line inside the 30 and tripped up a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, but number 2, Grayson Wiggins on that. Now, again, they pulled a little body across that, but that running back found their hole, hit it up the middle. Again, their offense has been resting while Walls was on. Unfortunately, the Walls kids couldn't rest during that time. They play both ways. That's what you do in small school ball. That's what's so awesome about it. But right now, their offensive line for the Warriors is taking advantage of being a little more fresh and starting to pound that ball.
2 minutes to go in the ball game. 24-6 Cornerstone. They have the ball, 1st and 10. A Texas Bank first down at the 26. Williamson again, and boy, he is hard to bring down. Inside the 20, that's going to put them in the Schertz Landscaping red zone.
Bryson Ballard on the tackle, but right there shows the fatigue. Wall had 2 kids there to make a tackle at the line of scrimmage. But those arm tackles, you start wearing down. You don't want to move your legs anymore. And if your feet stop, you die, is the old statement we used to say. So you got to keep them moving, be active, not just put hands on them, but run your feet through them.
Defensive line for Wall, hands on hips, look, shoulders slumped. They're, like you say, they're tired and a little dejected, frustrated, but this is definitely a teachable, learnable moment and experience for them as they have a lot still to come this year.
Absolutely.
But it's just an odd situation for the Wall Hawks to be in.
It is. They don't see it much, but that's the reason why you play good competition where you do. Again, another handoff there down to Williamson, running the ball into it. But they are starting to work the clock. I would not be surprised if they get to a point where they start taking a knee, especially when you're up 24-6. You don't have to run the ball anymore. That's the traditional thing that you do, but they are still running plays, and they're just handoffs. They're not trying to run up a score or anything like that, but they are still running their offense.
49 seconds to go. It's a Texas Bank 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll give it one more time to Williamson. Green jerseys all over him.
That's good. That's good. They didn't give up. They didn't quit. Made a good tackle there. Like I said, number 52 for the Wall Hawks, Jake Balcom on a good tackle in the backfield, along with a few other Hawks in there to it. Again, 30 seconds left. That's going to be the ball game. They're going to be able to run this clock. Well, pretty close to it.
Snap it again. It's the same as the play clock. So when the play clock ends, the game will be over.
Yeah, so a great fight for the Hawks, great game for the Warriors, great matchup for them to see tonight. Didn't quite happen for them, but they played their tails off all the way to the end.
And they got that good tackle behind the line to close the show out. The clock is at 8 seconds, and it's going to run, and that will be the ball game. The Cornerstone Warriors trying to see who they play next. Founders Classic in Louisville.
Oh, well, there you go.
Founders Classical in Louisville. That's their next opponent. And they will move to 2-1. Hawks will do the same. The final score, 24-6. Cornerstone defeats Wall. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this on Concho Sports Network. I want to try to do the score in summary. Hey.
Yep. Church Landscape Company is as well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Church Landscape has a large year-round retail plant nursery and is your local source for landscaping design and installation, lawn care and maintenance, and sprinkler installation. We offer free consultation and can work with any size job and budget. From the weekend do-it-yourself project to a full-scale installation, we look forward to working with you. Church Landscape Company, located at the corner of Knickerbocker and Johnson.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street. Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Back at Hawk Field, ready to wrap this one up as the Wall Hawks go to 2-1. They fall to the Cornerstone Christian Warriors tonight by a score of 24-6. It was a tough night. On the first play, or the first possession of the game, the Warriors showed they have a very potent offense. Kept it on the ground mostly as Miller went in from 4 yards to score the first touchdown of the game, make it 6-0. Extra point made it 7-0. And then a high snap went over the punter's head for Wall, rolled into the end zone. They couldn't recover it, but Monty Harris did, and that led to a 14-0 lead for Cornerstone. They got a field goal, a 43-yard field goal to make it 24-0 in the third quarter. And then Gabe Haskins gets the Hawks on the board. They avoided the shutout. A 42-yard keeper for Gabe Haskins, who got to come in and play a little bit in the fourth quarter and did a great job. But the Hawks, a good learning experience. They fall tonight 24-6. Coach, what do you take from this and go into next week with?
Oh, if you're the Cornerstone side of it, you got to drive 3 hours to come play a game, and you got to battle being in the opposing team, and I'm sure the coach thought maybe at times the officials as well, especially in that first half. But they came back and they battled, and they showed that they can run the ball, and that's going to be something positive for them. For the Wall Hawks, early game, first half, you kind of made some mistakes, but you stayed in. You had some good momentum drives going into it. You felt pretty good, but coming out the second half, and coaches know it and players know it. When you start making more mistakes and not necessarily getting the positive impact till very late in the game, it's hard to come back from. But going forward from here, it was a great matchup for Wall to play Cornerstone. They won't see this style of talent until maybe late in the third, fourth, fifth round of the playoffs. So a great time to see it now. Fix the things that you need to fix. Stay healthy, hopefully, for the most part. I didn't see any injuries that hopefully don't linger into next week, and get yourself prepared for a traditional powerhouse like Mason is. 2
interceptions for Drew Morrison tonight that he threw, and the high snap that led to a touchdown. Those kind of mistakes can be corrected, though, and they played a very good team tonight. So hats off to Cornerstone Christian, and safe trip back. And if their fans are watching us tonight, we do appreciate it. Got a very classy football team. Let's take a look at some scores here, Coach. The Lakeview Chiefs are on Concho Sports Network, but they trail 52-28 to Sweetwater. Good Sweetwater team. Number 10, China Spring, is on top of Brownwood, 35-14, with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, my Dublin Lions, they're only trailing by 6 with 4 minutes in the third quarter. It's 28-22. Anson leads Dublin, and Stephenville is up 38-26 on Salado.
Well, that's a good job there by Dublin. Staying in the game. We'll see what happens on the end of that. Some live action going on right now. Kahoma is beating El Dorado 59-20. Ballinger is shutting out Colorado City 34-0 in the fourth quarter, and Bangs is beating Winters 35-12. The Miles Bulldogs, good job for them right now. They're up 29-0 over Roscoe going in the fourth quarter. Some games that wrapped up around the area. Cristola ends up beating Sonora, which is a big win for them, 22-14. Menard loses 33-6. Erie County gets the win over Fort Davis, 51-6, and of course our ball game here tonight for it. But great matchups around the area, a great night for Friday night football. Couldn't ask for better weather, couldn't ask for better preparation before you get into your district play.
I'll tell you what, I hope I didn't jinx the Wall Hawks. So on the way here, I put in Wall on my GPS because I missed my exit, and somehow it took Walmart, and I didn't notice that, and it took me on this wild goose chase. I'm like, this is not the way you go to Wall. And then when I get here, I lock my glasses and my keys in my truck. So thanks to the Wall fan that gave me his reading glasses so I can see. Oh, man, what a night. We're going to have fun. You know what? Next week we have something to look forward to, a showdown with Mason.
Absolutely. And so, again, two historic programs, fresh off their games tonight. Stay healthy next week. It should be great weather going to that Friday night as well. It's hopefully a great match next Friday night right back here at Hawk Stadium.
You bet. Looking forward to it. You can join us for the pregame show around 7:15. Coach Curry, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it. Hadn't been up in the press box in a while, but a fun night with the kids, the community, the town, and, again, just a great night for football.
I want to thank everybody who are our cameraman here. What's your name? JD. JD? All right. Thank you, and we appreciate it. Russ, thank you so much, man. You guys do a great job. Shay Harris, our executive producer as well. Thanks for the opportunity to do this. It's great. For Chad Curry and everybody who was a part of this one, 24-6, the final. Cornerstone defeats Wall. We'll be back to take on Mason next week. I'm Darren Prater for Concho Sports Network. Good night, everybody.